that you are watching from wherever you are watching PACIS TV and enjoying the content we are bringing to you. I hope also you subscribed to our YouTube channel, the PACIS TV Catholic Church Rwanda. But if you didn't, please take time, some seconds, then you subscribe, hit that button, then you become one of the great member of the PACIS TV family. So the time is now the time for my home show. Today I'm bringing another special topic, of course, with a special guest. So don't go far. Many young people today are asking important questions. That is, what is the purpose of life? How do I know God's plan for me? What does it mean to leave everything and follow Christ? Do you have an answer for these questions? I don't know. Let's find out through our today's conversation. Today I meet a young Jesuit from India whose journey has taken him from across cultures and continents in search of God and in services of community. That is Tommy Isaac. Tommy Isaac, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank
You
you.
are very fine.
Yes.
Welcome to PACIS TV studio.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Is it your first time to be in a studio of television?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, wow. It is not usual to see or hear a name that like Tommy Isaac. And when I said that you're all the way from India, it is not usual. If you see my name like here, automatically you think about Rwanda. So, but it is not usual. How comes that you have that name?
Well, the place where I come from in Kerala.
Kerala, yes.
Yes, we do have these family names as well. So, if a family name, somebody tells a family name, we can identify, oh, so and so member belongs to this family. He comes from this part of Kerala. So it is geographically located as well, the family name. So I do also have a family name. Well, I don't have in the certificates, but in the church records there is a family name attached to my name.
So when you are in a neighborhood, they have another name that they call you rather than Tommy Isaac?
Yes, they call me Tommy Chen.
Tommy Chen.
Yeah, it's a Malayalam name. It is making it a more homely.
Okay. Then for the people who are watching now from Kerala, I want you to greet them in a language that they love, their mother tongue. Tell how you feel here in Rwanda, how you are treated, and your experience. Share with them. Just take some minutes.
Sure. So the language which I'm going to speak is called Malayalam. Malayalam. So, എല്ലാവർക്കും നമസ്കാരം. ഞാനിവിടെ കിഗാലി എന്ന സ്ഥലത്താണ്, റുവാണ്ടയിൽ. ഇവിടെ പാച്ചിസ് TV എന്ന ഹോം ഷോയിലാണ്. കിഗാലി വളരെ നല്ലൊരു സ്ഥലമാണ്. നിങ്ങൾ ആഫ്രിക്കയിൽ വരുവാണെങ്കിൽ തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും കിഗാലിയിൽ വരണമെന്ന് ഞാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നു. വളരെ ക്ലീനും പിന്നെ സൊസൈറ്റി വളരെ സോഷ്യൽ സെക്യൂരിറ്റി ഹൈ ആയിട്ടുള്ളൊരു സ്ഥലമാണ്. അപ്പം തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും നിങ്ങൾ ടൂറിസത്തിനായിട്ട് വരുവാണെങ്കിൽ കിഗാലിയിലേക്ക് വരണമെന്ന് ഞാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുകയും നിങ്ങളെ ആഹ്വാനം ചെയ്യുന്നു. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The first time I learned about India was in 90s. The time I was still too young, and I used to watch this movie, Disco Dance by Jimmy. So that's my first time I wanted to I get interested to know much about India. The second time was when I was in college, when we were learning geography, and we were told that Kelapunzi is the place whereby it is raining every single minute. Is that correct?
Yes.
Really, Kelapunzi in North.
Yes, North India.
North India. So the person who wants to visit India, tell the person why he should do so.
Well, geographically speaking, India is a country in which compared to Africa, Africa is bigger to India by at least 8 to 9 times. But in terms of population, we are almost the same. Africa and India. So 1.4 billion close to. So Africa is a bit higher than India. But the variety of cultures we have in India is tremendous. So you could come to India and stay in India for 2 months and not eat the same breakfast every day. So you have plenty of food varieties, cultures, then places to visit, then religion. So it is like a continent, I would say. India is like a continent. Of course, it's a country, but so and we have Catholic population maybe in between 2 to 3% of the 1.4 billion. So that would maybe come around maybe 20, 25, 30 million. So of course we are very tiny in population of Catholic population, but the church in India is very vibrant. So if you are interested in terms of as a Catholic to visit the places in India, there are many places, especially in Goa. We have the tomb of Francis Xavier, the Jesuit. So his body is still there and we could visit it. So I mean, yeah, and the food lifestyle, the culture is very vibrant. So feel free to come to India.
All right, feel free to come to India. India is a very nice a place to visit. You compared India and Africa. Here in Africa, when I travel to Kenya, Uganda, or even Tanzania, I don't have fear about linguistics because I can use English, and then when I meet someone there, I can use English or Kiswahili. Then we communicate fluently. So, but how about India? Don't you think that when I come to visit, I have to plan also for the translator?
Well, we speak the constitutional languages are Hindi and English. So we could speak much in English. Then with the modern technologies, we could always use Google Translate and things. So it won't be a problem, and people understand what we are trying to communicate, even if it is a foreign language. So then we are having a lot of visitors from other parts of the world. So of course they pick up other languages also in conversation. So coming to India in terms of language will not be a problem, especially in this modern world.
Wow. Just looking at today's topic, following Jesus in the modern world, a young Jesuit's journey of faith and service. Don't you think by having this topic and having you in the studio, don't you think I have set high expectations?
Well, it's a journey.
Okay,
It's a journey we encounter, and it influences us in various ways. So I think expectations, yes, each one of us have expectations, but then in the course of time we encounter each other, and that's what gives meaning for our life experiences.
Wonderful. Earlier I said that when I was 5 and I used to watch Indian movies, I like the way you are good at dancing and romantic movies. So let's go back to when you were 5 years old. Tell us about your family and your upbringing in Kerala, India. Yeah.
So I come from a place in Kerala called Kollam.
Kollam. So that is a district.
Yes.
Okay. So it is next after the state.
Kerala
is the state. Then from Kerala to
Kollam is the district.
Okay.
So taking back to the history of Kollam, or Koilon, previously called, it is the first Latin diocese established in the 14th century. So growing up in Kollam meant we have strong Christian traditions, Catholic traditions. So I grew up in a family of 5: father, mother, elder brother and a younger sister. So growing up as a child, I was fascinated by how my neighborhood was, then my family members. So going to church was habit. And that meant that going to church means you have to go to church. There is no compromise for it. So everyday Eucharist was like a normal habit, just as we get up in the morning and go to church. So it was very much mandatory from the family side. So I think it was during those times I developed my liking for the church. So it brought in me a sense of identity. So that was very much a part of my life, I felt. So my parents were very strict in terms of the children going to church.
All right. So we're so strict and religious, of course.
Yes, yes.
They didn't. They couldn't send you and stay at home.
Yes.
So you went to church together with your parents.
Your parents, yes.
Wow. What was your dream, childhood dream?
Well, when I went...
You wanted to become like a Jimmy.
Of course, I wanted to become a pilot.
Oh.
The intention behind becoming a pilot is I can travel around the world. So I like to travel around the world, see different places. So I felt being a pilot would fulfill my desire of traveling around the world. Then I noticed as I grew up, as an altar boy, I noticed there were some inner movements that were asking me or drawing me towards becoming the life of a priest. So I felt, I gave a thought for it. Then I felt, let me explore how this would work. Then my parents knew that eventually I am having this desire of becoming a priest. So they also encouraged me in the meantime. So that was the way of me growing up as towards priesthood or liking to become a priest. So from the very childhood I had this seed of vocation, I feel, within me of becoming a priest, especially wearing the white cassock, then being greeted by people. So that's all fancy ideas.
I can see you, yes, as an altar boy, just enjoying that. That was an experience. Can you say that is the moment when you had the God's calling, or there is a specific moment? Even today, you sit and say that is the moment. Then I had the God's calling.
Yes, I would say yes. Because when the priest would raise the host, consecrated host in the altar, then when preaching the word of God, so I also imagined myself doing the same thing after many years. So I think the seeds of vocation started to sprout in those moments of Eucharistic Eucharistic time. So I feel it was in the Eucharist that I slowly developed the liking to become a priest.
So you started feeling that that God calling that time. Okay. So then, was there a particular event or a person who influenced your vocation?
Of course, the parish priest. He was very considerate to our altar boys. So he would take us for the picnic. Then we would help in arranging the altar, then cleaning the surroundings. So we felt at home in the church. So that is a very vivid memory I have of being surrounded with my friends, altar boys. Then the sisters, especially the various nuns, who would arrange the altar very beautifully. So they would take time. So then we would dress up as altar boys. Then if it was not arranged properly, the priest would come and help us out. So he was very, very friendly. So that gave us an impression that this life is very good. Being a priest is also very good. Not only being a family man, especially father and mother, of course, but becoming a priest also is meaningful and valuable in life.
I'm trying to put myself into your shoes when you had that feeling that I want to become a priest, and later you realized that that was a calling. I think at that moment you kept that information as a secret, right? For a moment. When did you decide to reveal that to the member of your family? Like after one month, 1 year, 10 years?
Yes. So, as I was very much interested in doing altar boy, in being an altar boy, my parents realized that this guy would eventually join the seminary. So they also encouraged me to go for mass, and they would encourage me on being an altar boy. And
until that very specific period, you kept the secret inside your heart.
So till grade 10, I was an altar boy. Then in India, we could join in seminary after grade 10, or even after grade 12, or even after college studies. So after grade 10, I expressed my desire to join the seminary to my parents. But my parents...
So that was like the time you were having lunch or dinner, or it was a Sunday after coming from the church?
Well, it was after my final exams. It was my final exams. My friends all departed for various colleges for holidays.
And then share with us how the feeling that your parents, by hearing that you are deciding to go, what was the reaction in the family?
Well, my parents already knew that he might go join the seminary.
And even mom?
Yes, my mom already knew. But then they were waiting for me to tell what was my thinking about it. So I told them that I would like to join the seminary. So they felt very happy as well. So it also gave me an indication that my parents also are encouraging me to join the seminary. So support from home. So that was very wonderful for me, because the vocation to priesthood is not a decision taken alone. It is with support of parents and siblings. So I felt encouraged, consoled as well, because they are supporting my decision. Also, they told that I was very young to take a decision like that. So they asked me to wait for another 2 more years after grade 11 and grade 12, so that they thought I would become a little more mature to take a decision. Then they would encourage me to do that. So
let's look at the previous experience when you were in grade 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 11. So were you boarding, or it was just you go to school and then go back home?
Yes, I would go to school and come back to home.
So now let's look at the first weeks or months at the seminary. What was the experience? Were there moments of doubt or fear at the seminary?
Initially, I was excited. Because
imagine being excited. You couldn't see your family, you couldn't see mom, you couldn't see dad, the siblings around.
Yes.
The first week, the second one, the third one, the fourth one. And so, you felt excited.
Yes, I felt excited because this was a dream I was dreaming from my childhood. So I felt a sense of fulfillment of having joined the Jesuits seminary. So when I moved from home, I did not feel much of moving away from home, because I felt something good is waiting for me there. So even my parents also were very encouraging. So that gave me a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. So I felt very excited in the initial days, in the initial months. Then of course, in the seminary we don't call home every day. So at times we felt a bit away from home. of course, there were friends and company. Sometimes we felt we are far away from home. So there were times of doubts and fear as part of life, but that did not question the purpose for which I was going. So that gave me a sense of direction. So even when I used to call home and tell, at times I felt lonely, they always assured me that they are praying for me, and they always united in prayers, and they always encouraged me. So the sense of encouragement from home was very wonderful, and it was a blessing for me in the initial days.
All right. That time you had the dream of becoming a priest, but now I'm sitting next to a Jesuit, right? The people who are watching now our conversation, they are seeing your name, Tommy Isaac, SJ. What is the name? What the meaning of that acronym, SJ?
Okay, SJ is the Society of Jesus.
Society of Jesus. What is it?
So Society of Jesus is a religious organized Catholic congregation in the church, founded in the 16th century by Saint Ignatius of Loyola. So Saint Ignatius of Loyola and Francis Xavier. So these two are the founding members of the congregation of the Society of Jesus. So if we remember Pope Francis is member of the Society of Jesus. So initially it was Pope Francis who attracted me to the Jesuit order. So after my grade 12, so it was the Jesuit order, the Society of Jesus through Pope Francis. So Pope Francis was very charismatic. So it was Pope Francis who motivated me to join the Society of Jesus.
To join the Society of Jesus. So we can simply say that that is what attracted you to become.
Yes.
Only that.
In my grade 12, I happened to go to friend Francis Xavier's tomb in Goa. So I read about Francis Xavier and realized that he is a Jesuit. Then Pope Francis was very popular during that time, 2013-14. He was very popular. Then I googled about Pope Francis. Then I realized that he's a Jesuit. Then I googled the Jesuits. Then I came across Kerala Jesuits. Then I initially told my parents that this is the place I would like to join. So my parents were initially reluctant because they said it was long years of formation. Unlike the other congregations, we have quite many years of formation. But for me, I felt, no, this is a place I should go.
There is a concept that I bear for a long time, and I decided to keep it in my mind until I find someone who can provide me the right answer. So I waited this moment to have you in the studio as Jesuits to answer this question. Why are Jesuits often called intellectuals of the church?
Well, so the intellectual apostolate is one of the hallmarks of the Society of Jesus. Right from the beginning of the founding of the society, there have been Jesuits who have been clearly dedicating their lives for the upliftment of people through education. So Saint Ignatius and his companions very much felt that through education we could uplift people. So they established many number of schools and colleges. So eventually they would shape the civilization of Europe through education. So even in the Catholic Church, this intellectual tradition has been very strong among Jesuits. So even from during our formation stages, we are encouraged to actively participate in ongoing intellectual traditions, debates, then dedicate our time and energy for studies. That is one of the reasons we have long years of formation for studies, so that we have solid ground in philosophy, studies of language or mathematics or humanities or arts, science, then in theology. So when we become priest, we almost have the age in par with the diocesan priest who are senior priest. So our young priests are senior priest in the diocese. I mean, that is the age difference we have sometimes. That is because we very much rely on and insist on intellectual apostolate. So that sets us apart from other congregations per se. But also we also have intellectuals of other religious congregations, but intellectual tradition is very strong for us. I mean, that defines us, the Jesuit order.
Yeah, I think by just being intellectual, it requires to be strong and work hard. So how does the Jesuit balance prayer, study, and the ministry?
Well, that's an interesting question. So for St. Ignatius, he would clearly say, so when I am sent for studies, it's an intellectual apostolate. So that does not mean that I am not praying. So I am glorifying God through my studies. So that is a form of prayer for St. Ignatius and for the Jesuits. So in whatever mission activities I do, that is a form of prayer through which I am geared towards the goal is to glorify God. So if I am entrusted with studies, I do better in studies, so that way I glorify God, who has given me knowledge, who gives me wisdom. So the ultimate purpose is to glorify God. So the mission is not separate from prayer. So when I am in mission, I am always surrounded by God. So God is always laboring with us. I mean, the Ignatian spirituality is always about everyday spirituality. That means God always labors with us. As we converse now, God is there among us, silently listening to us, silently prompting us through His Holy Spirit. He gives words of wisdom. So Ignatian spirituality is everyday spirituality. I mean, God is laboring with us here. He is there in every atom present among us. So that sets us apart for what we define Ignatian spirituality. Then prayer, community life are all included in Jesuit way of proceeding. So we cannot separate them. They are all part of life. So there is no such thing like community life is different, ministry is different, then prayer life is different. So they are very much interconnected in Jesuit way of life. So that gives us a balance to go ahead in life.
Yeah. So you joined the Jesuit in 2015. What have been the most important lessons?
So important lessons, speaking of important lessons, well, so I remember in each stage of formation, there have been many surprises I encountered in my life. So at times when I journey along each stage of formation, beginning with pre-novitiate, coming to know the Society of Jesus, so there I was discerning whether should I proceed ahead. So that led me to the second stage of formation called the novitiate. So I remember in novitiate there are very interesting moments. So I had the 30-day long retreat we call the spiritual exercises of St. Ignatius. So each novice goes through the 30 days long retreat. So a novitiate is the prayer house, we say, where a Jesuit is formed. That means a novice is being formed to be a Jesuit. So that is the powerhouse of the Jesuit life, novitiate. At the end of the novitiate, we take vows of poverty, chastity, obedience. So in novitiate, I remember we have an experiment called a work experiment. So initially we are supposed to go and find work by ourselves and work for 1 month. So for the initial 2 days, I did not find any work because it was very difficult to get work. Then as days passed on, I found work. Then I have to find a place for living, find food. Then after the end of 30 days, I come back to novitiate. So during those 30 days, I felt the providence of God. So we do not know where I am going. I do not know where I am going. Will I ever get work? Or will I ever get food? So that was a very strong experience of entirely relying on God. We do not know what will happen to life because I am just going as a worker to understand the struggles of a common man. So that was a very touching experience or very lived experience I had. Then the spiritual exercises during the 30 days was also very enriching. So I understood how it is to be myself with the chaos, with the blessings I have, to understand myself. So that set also a part in my novitiate days. Then the next stage of formation was juniorate for language studies. So eventually, as I moved in Jesuit life, I encountered different friends from various backgrounds. Then during my graduation studies as well, interaction with friends and meeting friends from various lifestyles. Then when I came to philosophy, it was more of rational reasoning, trying to understand life through the intellectual tradition. Then I moved on to Regency. Regency is actually a kind of an internship. So wherein the Jesuit life, I as a Jesuit try to understand the apostolic tradition of the Society of Jesus. Then, so during all these years of formation, I fondly remember that the Society of Jesus loves me very much. So the Society of Jesus is sometimes, I feel it's like a mother. So it understands me very much. Sometimes it understands me more than I understand about myself. So I felt very at home with the Society of Jesus. So the friends I acquired during this long stage of formation, so it has molded me in very much ways unimaginable, I would say.
Wow, this is very important and insightful. So I remember last week when we were discussing about this conversation, which we would have then following week. We had a chat. Then I still remember what you mentioned, Ignatian prayer. You mentioned that Ignatian way of prayer has deeply shaped your life. What is this Ignatian spirituality?
Well, that's an interesting question. Ignatian spirituality. Ignatian spirituality per se is rooted in Catholic tradition. So as I previously said, it's everyday spirituality. So the main aim of Ignatian spirituality is finding God in all things. So finding God in all things in the sense God is always laboring with us. So the choices we make, the decisions we take, God is present in each decision and moment we are. So Ignatian spirituality is about finding God in our emotions, in our feelings, in our inner movements, in our neighbor, in the work I do, in the decisions I take and the choices I make. So in the nature which is present among us, so in the conversations we have, so it is very much part of everyday life, the mundane life. So we cannot separate God from anything. He is very much part of us. So Ignatian spirituality in a way has shaped me to understand that God is present in my chaos. God is present in my blessings. So God is present in all the choices I make. So I need not move far away from God to become holy. No. God is always present among us and within me, around me. So it's a kind of spirituality aimed at making me closer to God. So all the spiritualities are basically aimed at moving people closer to God. So Ignatian spirituality in a tangible way gives us directions to move people closer to God. So in that way, the daily examine that is specially channelized by St. Ignatius is a very important tool for the Church and for the Jesuits, especially where one examines his life for one day and see where he thanks God and improvises, where he could do much better in life and proceeds in life. So in that way, Ignatian spirituality has helped the world in a better way.
All right, I like so much this statement that God is present in all my situations. I like it. Personally, I like it. So how do you deal with the difficulties and spiritual dryness?
So I very much make use of the spiritual direction, what we Jesuits have as a young Jesuit in formation. I always have a spiritual director. So I regularly meet him.
So regularly means once a day, 3 times a day, once a week?
So it depends. It depends. Like if I would like to meet him once a week or twice a week, once a month, it all depends upon the person who is meeting.
So which means, in other words, this means that whenever you want him, is available.
Yes.
All right.
I just make an appointment and meet him. So the conversation is like, it's basically about what do I experience in life. So what are my inner struggles, what are my inner movements. So the inner movements, are they leading me to God, or they are moving astray from God, or the decisions, the difficulties I have in taking decisions. So I share with my spiritual director. So he gives me ways which I could explore. He does not ask me to do this, do that. No, he does not decide for me. It is ultimately me who is taking the responsibility. So each Jesuit is self-made. That means I am improvising myself. So I am becoming a better person with the decision I take. So they show me ways. There are so many ways. You decide for yourself. So having a spiritual director in life as a Jesuit has been very much been a blessing to me. So I could talk about my struggles, my success, my failures, my fruitfulness. There is nothing that I should hide. I could share all the vivid details I have about my journey as a Jesuit. So that is one way of overcoming one way of addressing my spiritual dryness. Then everyday Eucharist, then daily examine. So I previously told you that is an Ignatian tool that was developed by St. Ignatius, wherein it's a 5-step process actually. The first step is I become aware of God's presence. So when I become aware of God's presence, I thank Him because He's always present among us. So I become aware of God's presence. I thank Him for the graces and gifts I received for the particular day. Then I review the day. How was the day for me? So what was the feelings I experienced when I had a conversation with a particular person, or when I thought about it, or when I was doing something? What was the inner movements, feelings I was experiencing? So that is reviewing the day. So reviewing me as a person, what I experienced myself. Then the 4th step is I see that there are some mistakes I made. So I ask God for forgiveness and mercy, and I ask for His grace to continue my life. Then the 5th step is I take a resolve that from the coming days I try to improve. I see what has gone wrong. I take it as a challenge, then try to improvise. So this has been very much popularized by St. Ignatius and the Jesuits. So with respect to Ignatian spirituality, is very personal. So the Ignatian retreats are always one-to-one, guided retreats. The spiritual director guides the person. So it's not a group retreat where many people go and have a group prayer. It's always one-to-one, like Jesus and myself in conversation. So it is just as I speak to a friend. So Ignatian way of praying is like praying to Jesus as a friend, or how do I feel about him? How do I converse with a friend? So I could speak to Jesus in that way. So there are various methods of praying as well.
Thanks so much. This reminds me of another important point you raised when we were chatting, the time we were planning for this conversation. You said companionship is one of the greatest gifts of Jesuit life. Why?
Well, I firmly believe that we are not independent beings. We need one another. So the greatest gift I received in the Society of Jesus is definitely companionship. So companionship in terms of, as Jesuits, as religious, when we leave home, we need a quiet company, a good company whom we can rely on. So especially for me, the Society of Jesus, the companions have helped me in growing myself. So their companions, they could tell me, Tommy, what you're doing is very good. Continue the good work. The same friend who could also tell me, Tommy, what you did was not very much helpful. Explore ways how we could improvise on it. Or what you did are not very right. I felt it was also bad. So they could always give me corrections. They could help me to grow. So I feel that is true companionship. One who would point out my good things in me, also the areas which I could improve. So that is true companionship, I feel. So I have friends in the Society of Jesus who could point me, who could accept me the way I am, with all my shadows, with all my blessings. So I feel very home with them, companionship.
Wow. Now, Tom, who is sitting next to me, lived in India and has studied in Kenya and currently is serving in Rwanda. How has this multicultural experience enriched you? Let's look at the journey you are in today.
Yes. So, as I've previously said, for me, encountering people is a different experience. So I have this imagery of God waiting with a lot of surprises. So when I meet people, they a lot of surprises. They have much more than I expect to give to me in terms of the way of understanding life, understanding culture, understanding different realities of life. So as Jesus clearly said, those who leave home, I will bless them 100-fold. So I have this experience of meeting people, so I feel very much at home. So one of the saints of the society tells, the world is your home. So I have had this experience of traveling from India to Kenya, then Rwanda, meeting different people. So I felt very much at home. So the Jesuit identity has indeed been a blessing to move around the world and meet people. So through meeting people, I not only encounter the culture, but I also learn a lot from how to understand life, then how to understand reality, then how to understand the faith in which they are growing. So that has been a very beautiful experience, traveling around the world.
Wow. And now let's look at Rwanda. What has impressed you most in Rwanda?
Well, very frankly, I have to tell you, Rwanda is very clean. So there is this idea that cleanliness is next to godliness. So the understanding of keeping the surroundings clean and the relationship with God are very much close. So I do personally feel that the people in this place, they are in one way believers of faith. So they're very much close to God. So it's a way of life as well. So then the social security is very high. I could move around anytime, anywhere without fear, without any fear. So I'm very much happy to come here actually. In fact, I would encourage anyone visiting Africa to come to Rwanda.
Rwanda, the heart of Africa.
Yes, yes.
I like this so much. Cleanness is close to godness.
Yes.
Wow. So before we wrap up our today's conversation, there is another thing that I remember. I got this from the chat we had. God doesn't look down on me. Then why should I look down on myself and others? You've got a beautiful conviction, right? So how has this belief shaped your relationships?
To heal. Look at the status. Just in God does not care whether you are rich or poor or you're sad or happy. He is very much interested in the person, whether he is a very well-to-do or not well-to-do. For him, the human person is the fundamental thing. So it has very much shaped in my life as well. When I've encountered difficulties, failures, God says, don't worry, just come, just get up. And they are very much here for you. So if God can tell me like that, then my fellow human beings, I should have no reason to judge them. No. If I keep judging, as Mother Teresa says, I will have no time to love them. So I accept them in whatever way they are. I cannot replace so and so. I cannot replace Mr. Fabian to anyone else. No. So each one is unique in their own way. So that human identity and dignity I very much value. I feel that keeps me forward. So in a way that gives me more time to speak, to share more time, to give more respect, because we are all made in the image and likeness of God. And I'm trying to grow in that way as well, to understand what it truly means to grow to be in the likeness of God.
Your conviction is pushing me to keep asking you many questions. But again, I will not leave this studio without asking you or giving you the opportunity to give a message to the young people who are watching, who are with us in this conversation. But before I get there, I want you to ask this simple question. What keeps you moving? Keeps you your faith?
The belief that the Society of Jesus needs me, the church needs me, then Jesus is waiting for me with a lot of surprises. So that gives me a conviction that no, I should not be static. No, there is somewhere something I could do good for people, or something good. So the conviction that Jesus continuously loves me unconditionally. So if Jesus can love me so much, then why should I at least not love a bit? So he loves me so much. So the idea that he loves me very much, he loves the humanity very much. So he is not tired of waiting for us. He's not tired of loving. So that convictions and ideas makes me, in a way, go forward in life at times.
I know that you are good in basketball and you play also music. How do basketball and music help your spiritual life?
So I remember this quote which says, "All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy." Yes, I think it was recently said. The idea of sports was recently said by Pope Leo XIV as well. So I find that exercising myself, keeping physically fit, is very much important for whatever mission we do. If I'm not physically fit, I cannot do my studies well. I cannot do the mission entrusted with the society. So it also, there is a dynamics of understanding my companions. So when we play basketball, it's teamwork, sharing. So understanding my companions, sharing the life. So it builds team spirit, companionship when we work as a team. So that has very much helped in understanding my life as well. How do I play basketball? Is it for just entertainment or just physical activity? It also builds community life as well. I realized during the Jesuit formation. Then music has been very consoling for me in times of difficulties at times. Also, it is a hobby for me to listen to music, and I try to play piano at times. So it gives me a sense of soothing, consoling effect. So away from the work I do, it is a kind of a passion also for me to listen to music. Yes. Sometimes I just listen to music and spend the rest of the day. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. Now, this brings me to the last question I have for you. Now, what message would you give to young people who feel distant from God?
Well, I remember the dialogue from the movies from Shang Redemption, wherein it says, it's about hope actually. It says, hope is a good thing, maybe the best of thing, and no good thing ever dies. So when I realized that people are moving away from God, or people are from God, let it not be a worry. God is always waiting for us. He says, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. Oh, you open your door and I would come in." So God is always waiting for us. We should not be tired that we are moving, that I cannot follow God, I am tired in life. No. Those who feel far away from God, I understand that it is part of life. So it is the movement of ups and downs. So we should not feel discouraged, I feel. We should not give up on hope. No matter whatever the situation is, we should not give up on hope. Because God does not give up in any way. He does not give up on a hardened criminal. He still has space for love and mercy. So God does not give up on us. So that is the thing I always have. He's not going to give up no matter whatever sinful state we are, whatever things we do, whatever chaotic situations we are. He does not give up on us. So we should not be afraid of approaching God. He's always there for us. So that is a strong feeling I have when I encounter people.
All right. So that's it. So on your behalf, I want to thank Tom Isaac. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for
a blessing having you in our studio and having this topic and these discussions. It was inspiring.
Thank you very much for having me here.
All right. So your journey actually reminds us that God's call knows no borders. Imagine from Kerala to Nairobi, now in Kigali. So your story is a testimony that faith is not about escaping the world, but serving it with love, humility and hope. So thank you for sharing your life and encouraging young people to trust God, to trust that God continues to call each of us to a life of meaning and service.
Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah, so I also thank you so much for being with us and for choosing Patches TV. I also I would like to also invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Patches TV Catholic Church Rwanda. That was my home show. I was Fereshti. See you next time.
PACIS TV, the #1 Catholic television in Africa.
PACIS TV, ta vie renouvelée en Jésus-Christ.
PACIS TV, the #1 Catholic television in Africa.